Hello and welcome to the No Format Required podcast, where our conversations are as jolly, hopefully, as Santa Claus himself. Today we are going to be having our post-Christmas Christmas special, because we are absolutely useless and failed at getting a Christmas special recorded before Christmas. So we're going to do what we was planned to do, but, after Christmas. So with me as always is the cheerful fella himself, Charlie.
Good day.
You almost forgot your cue then, didn't you?
I did, yeah. I was debating whether I was going to say humbug or bar humbug, but yeah, I thought I'd go with the Australian good day.
Well, we won't discuss Christmas today and how it's been, because I'm sure we'll have an episode about that.
Yeah,
coming up. We're gonna. I'll tell you what. 3 weeks of Christmas after Christmas. That's what we'll have, because this one's going to be a two-parter. Which was the original No Format Required Christmas special that was meant to be pre-Christmas, and then we'll have the post-Christmas Christmas chat.
I mean, we're recording this sort of in between that sort of bit in between Christmas and New Year.
Yeah, for us it's still Christmas.
Yeah, it's like
when people listen.
Yeah, when people listen will be will that be like beginning of January?
When's Monday?
1st of January.
Yeah, so you guys will be listening in the New Year.
Yeah.
Christmas over, boom, get back to work, guys.
I know.
Right, so we're going to be doing like a Mammon style for those who used to listen to my old podcast. And we're going to do top 5 Christmas movies, top 5 Christmas specials, and top 5 Christmas songs. What should we start with? I said movies originally, but I'm now thinking songs.
Yeah, we can do songs. Songs are actually the top of my list anyway.
At the bottom of my list, but we'll do it. I think they'll also be quicker to get through.
Yeah, alright then, yeah.
So we'll go with songs.
Christmas songs.
Do you enjoy a good old Christmas song at Christmas?
I never used to, but to be fair, when I've been at work, I've been putting on, Heart's Xmas?
Oh yeah,
Christmas.
Yeah, they started that back in like November, I think.
Yeah, so I've been...
year.
I mean, I wasn't listening to it in November, but yeah, I don't mind. I used to hate it, because I used to be like, it's the same old fucking shit every year. But like I don't like all. There's a lot of Christmas songs I don't like.
A lot of places now, artists now re-release songs, but just with bells in the background and say it's a festive edition of their song.
Yeah, I mean, as well. Thing is though, now if you can create a Christmas song, then you're onto a bit of a winner there.
Yeah, because it's going to get played every year, because there's not a huge amount. Although I have just I made a playlist of Christmas songs to play at Christmas and the period.
Oh, okay.
A little playlist on YouTube that basically I stuck on the TV and was just playing quietly in the background, but with videos as well.
Yeah.
And there's 173 in that playlist.
Oh wow!
So
the thing is, when you sent it, I was thinking, I could only think of one off the top of my head, and I was like, I can't really think of any songs. So that's why I started listening initially to Heart Xmas to get some inspiration. Okay. And then actually I was like, I forgot about this one, I forgot about this one. So
yeah, there's a lot out there.
Yeah, I do quite like it.
Yeah.
But, are we doing them? Are we ranking them, or are we just saying them as...
I've ranked mine. Have you not ranked yours?
No.
Oh. Think you can rank them?
Yeah, I probably could, yeah.
Shall I start with my number 5 pick to begin with?
So 5 is in...
The worst. Well, not worst.
But the least, if you figure out the top 5. Yeah, right then.
Only because... No, I don't know why I said only because. I had nothing to follow that sentence up with. Oh, by the way, it's Christmas, isn't it? Yeah. So I feel like we should have some Christmas drinks before we continue. I
was wondering why we had a glass of ice.
Yeah.
Just sat there.
Well, I don't know how into this you are, but it's a Ellingham tradition. Every year, my family always have a glass of this. Bit of Advocaat and lemonade. It's called a Snowball.
Oh, okay. I've never had one before.
You want to try it? See
what
you think?
I'll try one. That's quite an American thing, isn't it?
I think it's quite an American thing, yeah, but this is like the British version of it.
Oh, no, they have
eggnog.
Eggnog, that's what I'm thinking of.
I don't actually know what eggnog is.
No.
I wouldn't have it straight.
I don't know what it smells like. Why do they call it a snowball? Is it because of it?
It's colour. If you mix it with Coke, it's a Dutch latte.
Okay. Okay, to be fair, it's kind of gone...
Give it a bit of a mix. Otherwise, it'll be quite strong at the bottom. That's what I did on Christmas. I was like, this is quite weak, and then I got to the bottom and it was pure Advocaat.
Oh, is it? What else do you have Advocaat with?
Those are the only 2 things I've ever had it with. I don't know if there's other recipes out there. I imagine it would curdle with a lot of things like orange juice or something like that.
Yeah, because it looks quite like a creamy.
I'll tell you what it is afterwards.
Okay.
Because you don't know what it is.
No. I've heard of it. Is it what they put in Baby Guinness?
I don't know.
I've seen a lot of them recently.
Give it a try. See what you think. I love a snowball. I'm a fan. You might not like it, and I appreciate that. It's not everyone's cup of tea.
No, I don't mind. I mean, at the minute, I can just really taste the lemonade.
Yes, it is quite lemonade-y. You don't want it to be really the taste of it. It is egg.
It's egg.
It is egg. But I didn't want to tell you that too early.
Oh, no, that doesn't bother me.
Nah, fair enough. Contains barn eggs, and that's it. Oh. That's the recipe. Contains barn eggs. Once open, keep refrigerated.
What's the alcohol in it?
12%? No, 17.2. I was literally looking at it, and I just randomly made up 12%.
What does it say on the front of it? Warning?
Yeah, it's warning. That's the brand. Advocar.
Oh, I thought it's like warning.
No,
That's like warning.
Warnix Advocar.
Okay.
Established in 1616, the largest manufacturer of quality Advocar in the world.
Mm. Yeah. No, don't.
I meant to put in the juice of a quarter of a lime, but I've always just had lemonade. I'm a fan of it. So yes.
Yeah, it's
Merry
not
Christmas.
too bad. Merry Christmas. That's quite nice, mate. A very festive drink.
The most festive, in my opinion, because it's called a snowball.
Yeah.
Right. My number 5 pick is Do They Know It's Christmas by Band Aid.
Okay.
It's quite a downy sort of song when you listen to the music.
Just interrupt. Are we saying if either of us have got that pick?
If you've got it on your list,
yeah,
say it and say where you picked it.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's quite a downer song if you actually listen to the lyrics.
Oh, yeah.
But also it feels just very upbeat, and when you don't listen to the lyrics, everyone enjoys belting it out.
Yeah.
And a few years ago in lockdown, you've seen the video, I'm sure. I did a load of videos, we talked about it on the podcast before, where I sort of reenacted a load of TV films. Sorry, not TV shows and films. And one I did was Gavin and Stacey. And I basically recreated me in the car like Smithy does, singing to Gavin this song. And what I really liked about it was it was a quiz for my family, so I'm not sure if you did see it. But I'll share it on socials so people
Yeah.
It was a quiz for my family, and I basically asked them to all send in a video of them singing it, and none of them knew why. And I interspersed them into the video. Singing the song, and then played it in the quiz at the end, like, what TV show is this from? And then all of them singing Do They Know It's Christmas? And it's a great song, and it just, now when I listen to it, I just think of during lockdown, shit time, but all of us just singing this song together. It was great.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough.
Plus, it's a charity single, so you can't get annoyed about it.
Didn't they, is it the original? Because didn't they do a remake of it?
They've done quite a few, I think.
Have they?
Yeah, throughout the years, and various people have done versions. I think even like the most recent one, Leigh Francis, or he might have been playing what's his name? Keith Lemon.
Okay.
During lockdown.
Okay. Well, my number 5, I've gone for Driving Home for Christmas with Chris Rea.
Yeah, lovely.
I assume you've not got that one.
I haven't got that on my list now.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason that I don't mind the song, actually, because it is quite a nice, quite a nice chilled, relaxed song. But do you know where he's driving home to?
No.
Middlesbrough.
Oh, okay.
Because he's from Middlesbrough, so yeah.
Well, there you go.
That's another reason I picked it.
So that's why you picked it.
Yeah, one of the reasons my family are from Middlesbrough. My dad was, I'm sure he was, well, obviously not friends with Chris Rea, but he was he knew his brother. So, yeah. But
that's interesting.
Yeah, that's the reason I picked that one.
Okay. I got annoyed with my brother the other day because he sent in the family group a picture of himself and his girlfriend driving home for Christmas in the car, and he put in the subtitle underneath it, driving back home for Christmas. I was like, why would you put back in there? It's obvious. I just basically said driving home for Christmas, you mean, and then just sent him the song.
Oh. So, yeah, I don't have much of a story with that one.
I've not got stories for my Christmas songs. They're not massively Christmas stories related. Well, actually, no. For 2 of these, I've got stories. which is what the next one is.
Okay.
Christmas in Hollis by Run DMC, sorry.
Okay. Not a familiar one.
The only reason I discovered this song was in 2015's The Night Before. With Anthony Mackie. I've forgotten the other two people in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a great film. I say it's a great film. I've only ever seen it twice. But in it, Joseph Levitt-Gordon or Gordon Levitt, I always get his name wrong.
Yeah.
I'm one other guy. And in it, they're sort of like the beginning, they're singing karaoke and they sort of always go to the bar. I think, like I said, it's been a while since I've seen it. But Joseph's character's family died at Christmas. So his friends always sort of like have a big tradition and doing the same things year after year.
Yeah.
And try and make a big deal about Christmas. And one of them is going to a bar singing this karaoke song of Christmas in Hollis. Okay. And it's just a great, like, Run DMC, a bit rappy, sort of old school 80s, 90s rap.
Yeah.
But it's just actually not a bad Christmas song. It's quite different compared to all the usual you hear.
Yeah.
Like, upbeat, jolly. It's like, yeah, it's rapping and it's fun. I enjoy it.
Okay.
It's very unusual. It's not my style of music normally, but I really, really like the song.
You say Run DMC?
Yeah.
So I do like Run DMC. I might have heard of it, but just not realised it. So my next number 4 was Happy Christmas, War Is Over by John Lennon. And
yeah.
Have you picked that one?
No.
Oh.
I've completely forgotten about that one.
Pardon?
I've completely forgotten about that.
Well, again, I wasn't sure to put that one in, and to be honest, I've heard songs since, but I've just not updated my list.
Remind me how it goes.
Well, wait.
Everyone listens to Charlie singing that.
The war is over. Yeah, I just quite like it. I like John Lennon, like the Beatles. I don't know if he did. I don't know if it was that with what's her name, Yoko Ono.
Yeah, I think it was the Yoko Ono one as well.
So, but yeah, I quite like that one. Actually, no, it doesn't matter because I reckon you've picked that one. That's right. You go to your next one.
Okay. My next one is "I Wish It Could Be Christmas Every Day" by Wizard.
Yeah,
Wizard. I'm pretty sure it's this one I'm thinking of. I always get confused with that one, and I can never remember the other one. But
Slade.
Yeah. Merry Christmas, everybody.
I've got the Wizard one in the same position as you.
3. Yeah. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I did like that one.
It's just a fun song. It's a
very upbeat song, isn't it?
Yeah. It's just, yeah. And I can always picture them like wearing their sort of like festive outfit on top of the pops, singing the song. It's just a great song. I love it. I've got nothing more for that one. It's just a really enjoyable one.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like I always imagine that one and the other one, the Slade one, it's like being at a pub on Christmas Eve and everybody's singing and having a good time kind of thing.
Actually, I probably remember or think about this one because quite often at the Hemel Hempstead, where I'm from originally, lights switch on. I'm pretty sure after lights were switched on by whatever random celebrity would be doing it. Quite often a person in costume. I'm sure we had Mr. Blobby one year.
Oh, really?
Then that song would play around the place and be singing it. So yeah,
it's a nice one, isn't it? Well, my next one. Well, obviously,
number 2.
Number 2, I've got "Merry Christmas Everyone" by Slade, and I actually watched. I think it was Christmas Eve. Was it Christmas Day? I can't remember, but they had they were interviewing Slade like now about that song, and basically it was quite interesting hearing the thing of it. So it was filmed in New York, like in the middle of August or something. Said it was like absolutely roasting and it was really, really hot.
Yeah,
because it's in the 70s or something like that. I think it was.
Definitely.
But one of them, I think it was Noddy Holder, the lead singer.
I couldn't tell you any of them apart from him.
Yeah, I'm sure it was him who basically he'd gone home or whatever, and it was at Christmas or whatever, and one of his parents or mum said like basically, "Oh, you won't." Says, "Oh, that's what you need to do, like to write a Christmas song." But it's like obviously you wouldn't. There's no way that you could do it or whatever. Like, oh no, was it? Yeah. Anyway, someone made a comment to him, and he said he went to bed that night and wrote the song overnight, and then obviously had the little rocky sort of song to it. But he's like, one of them was like, "Oh, I've never." Says that's bought me so many drinks. That song.
Oh well, yeah. Like Wizard, Slade, they're not ones that you really think of their other songs, but they're just synonymous with Christmas.
Wizard, I couldn't tell you another song by them. No. Slade, Rocking All Over the World. Yeah. What's that one? Down, down, deeper and down.
Is this Slade?
Yeah, I'm sure that's Slade.
Aren't you thinking of... I can't think what they're called now.
It might... Oh, okay, maybe not. Maybe that one isn't Slade.
I'm also thinking Down, Down,
Yeah, down. Like
Status Quo.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking of Status Quo.
The
reason that I'm thinking of that song is because
Rockin' All Over the World is Slade is
Status
as well.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, but I think they do a cover of what's it called? I'm having a look now. So we're not going to embarrass ourselves anymore.
Well, the reason that one I assumed was Slade is because I've watched Max. Have you ever watched Max and Paddy's Road to Nowhere?
Years and years when it first came out.
That song, that Down Down Deeper songs in it, and Noddy Holder's also in it as well. So
okay.
There's nothing to say. I just put that bad connection together.
This is the song I'm thinking of. Come On, Feel the Noise.
Yeah.
That's what
I'm thinking of. Yeah,
they've got a lot of songs. To be fair. A lot of songs.
It's probably like the ones that you'd hear and you'd like think, oh, of course, that's a Slade song. But yeah.
But no, good choice for your number 2.
Yeah.
My number 2 is... It was stolen for the Christmas number 1, I feel, this year.
Oh, okay.
Fairy Tale of New York.
That's my number 1.
That's your number 1. Yeah. That's completely fair.
What did get number 1?
Wham! Last Christmas.
Oh, okay.
Because no one really released... I think... Sam Ryder did, and Cher. I actually really like the Cher song.
Oh, really?
I wrote this song before, or this list before that, and I hadn't thought about it until just now. Yeah, Cher, DJ, play a Christmas song. It's awful, but it's one of those songs that gets stuck in your head, and it's a classic Cher song, like, with auto-tune, like, Believe sort of thing.
Okay.
It's a good song. Anyway, I'd say that'd be an honourable mention now.
Yeah.
For me, it's actually one that will... annoyingly for people appear on my playlist every year because it's one of those like earworms. It really gets you. But yeah, Fairy Tale of New York. Obviously, the fact that Shane MacGowan died this year as well.
Yeah,
I do feel because it's never been number 1.
I know. I didn't realise that until they were talking about it.
I think it wasn't number 1 for me either.
No. I know. I was hoping that it would. I mean, at least you've not got any of this fucking X Factor crap.
Oh, exactly. I'm glad that's finally over.
Do you remember the year when they were getting?
Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah, trying to get that. Did it?
It did get to number 1. Yeah.
Oh, it did get to number 1.
And I think that was the last time it happened because people realised.
Is that technically a Christmas song? It's got Christmas number 1.
It's got Christmas number 1, so I wouldn't say it's a Christmas song in the slightest. But
no. And was that Christmas number 1? Like, is Christmas number 1 a big thing in other countries?
I don't feel it is as much.
No.
I've tried to Google it, and it feels more of a UK thing.
Well, it's like for football, it's like, oh, who's going to be top for Christmas? And it's like, it just seems very relevant because you still got half a season. Yeah, so it's like, well, it don't make no difference. Like, if you're Christmas number 1 in the music thing, you that's it, you're number 1 at Christmas kind of thing. You've got that, I suppose, stature or whatever. But being, I don't know, the football thing, but... Anyway, what's your number 1?
My number 1 song is Stop the Cavalry by Joni Lewis.
That's what I was going to change my one to, but...
Oh, was it?
Yeah, but obviously I remember you telling me that story.
Yeah, so I'm sure I might have told it last year on the podcast, but hey, that was 52 weeks ago.
Okay.
Every year in university, me and my mate Tom, we used to put the Christmas tree in the middle of the room that we was decorating and march around it after it had been decorated singing Stop the Cavalry. It was just a Christmas tradition, and I'll probably next year start it up in our house now that George is old enough. I just loved it. It was just great, like marching around it. It's just an upbeat song. It's not like, if you listen to the lyrics, it's about stopping the war.
Yeah.
But it's just
well, the music videos in the like sort of trenches into World War One, and they do the football, like the football thing at Christmas in World War One. There's this famous thing where they have the truce. Do they not do that in the? No,
because it's World War Two he's singing about.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was World War One.
One of the lyrics, "Come on, Churchill, come on over here."
Ah, okay. I thought it was World War One.
Hey, Mr. Churchill, come on over here.
Okay.
But yeah, I just really enjoy it. Like nothing more than that. Like I really enjoy it because we've got that little tradition, and I'm sure I mentioned on the podcast a few weeks ago about the guy who used to come up into our flat, and I set up this speaker system so that every time anyone came into our house, Christmas music starts playing. That was a song that would constantly come on, and people would just march in. You'd have streams of people and then marching out and then go back into their flats. A very open flat building we had.
Oh, fair enough. That's quite a good, nice little tradition.
Exactly. So that one that's got it's a song that's got memories there.
Yeah. In
fact, the other day my friend sent me a video. He'd gone to this little toddler Christmas party in Bristol.
Oh, okay.
And the friend who it is, Tom.
Yeah.
He sent me the video of my mate Matt marching around this big Christmas tree. That's basically singing that song, all of them.
Oh, really?
So in the party, they played it, and everyone was marching around, and he was like, Michael, I wish you was here, you'd be loving this. Like, yeah, I would have been.
That'd be quite good. Like, you could take George down and then with your friends' children and kind of all do it together, kind of.
Yeah, that'd be cool, actually.
Yeah, that'd be quite nice, but... Yeah, very good. Yeah. So that's our top 5.
Top 5. Have you got any honourable mentions that didn't quite make your list? You said that Stop the Cavalry.
Well, yeah, Stop the Cavalry. I do like that one.
Everybody probably would have been near.
Yeah. No, I can't really think of any. I can't think, like, because I was driving around at work listening to Heart X. I was like, oh yeah, this is a good one. But then the time I pulled over or whatever, or got out of the car, I'd like completely forgot about it, and I was like, fuck's sake, like, there's so many of these songs actually I would have liked to maybe even sort of pick to my top 5, but no, I can't think of any off the top of my head.
So if you want to let us know your top 5s, just drop us an email, put it in the comments on any socials. We're always intrigued about that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah. So those are our top 5 Christmas songs.
So what's next? Films or TV?
Christmas specials.
Christmas specials.
Before we continue, we have a time check.
We're on 21 minutes.
Oh, lovely. So we'll do half of the Christmas specials then.
Yeah.
We'll get up to number 3.
Okay. Do you want to go first?
You can go first, because I went first last time.
I assume we're ranking again.
Yeah.
Right, so I've not ranked these. Okay. So I am going to put my 5th one as Friends, the one with the holiday armadillo.
Good choice.
Michael initially messaged me about the Christmas specials, and I was a bit like, I can't think of any. Like, I can't, like, yeah, because I was trying to think of the TV shows you watch and things, which some of them I don't. And then I think it was you that said, what about Only Fools and Horses? And I was like, oh god, they've got like about 10, 15 Christmas specials. So
yeah, they have.
But I thought I didn't want to use 5. Just have 5 Only Fools and Horses ones. So, so I just Googled it, and that one came up as one of the ones, and I was like, actually, that is a funny one where, obviously, I assume you've seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I won't go too much into it, because I'm sure a lot of people have seen it, but yeah, I think Ross is trying to teach his son about sort of the Jewish side and things of Christmas and the Hanukkah part of it, and, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong there. Yeah.
All I remember is the line with Chandler, but I didn't get to shake my belly like a bowl full of jelly.
Yeah. But yeah, I should have probably watched this before just to bring myself.
It's right. One of these, I can't remember a single thing that happens in it, but I remember enjoying it.
But yeah, I think he doesn't find the Santa suit, which Chandler has it, or he tries to rent it and ends up renting.
Yeah, or that he went to the rental shop and there was nothing there. Yeah. I'll be honest, I'm not the biggest Friends fan. I've only ever seen Friends once, and that was quite recently in lockdown.
What, as in like just one episode?
No, all of Friends.
Okay.
I watched it for the first time in lockdown.
Okay. But yeah, no, I just quite like it. I like Friends, and I didn't even realise that was a Christmas special, to be honest. So
yeah,
that's that
good
one.
Choice. My number 5, probably a TV show a lot of people, including yourself, haven't heard of. Excuse me. I think this was their series finale, because there's not been one since, and this was last year. There's not really been talk. They're doing a US spin-off, I know that much.
Yeah, okay.
It's written by Sharon Hogan, and was written by Graham Linehan of Father Ted and IT Crowd Creation.
Oh, okay.
But then he went off on anti-trans posts online, so he's obviously been cancelled because some of the things weren't right, what he was saying.
Oh, okay.
A lot of the things weren't right, should I say.
Yeah.
So he got taken off in series 2. I think his wife or ex-wife is still on board. But it's a great show called Motherland.
Okay.
It's basically about a bunch of mums and getting through the days. They're not great mums, but it's just fun. It's really, really funny, especially if you're a parent. But the last one is Last Christmas, the last episode.
Okay.
And it's really, really good. Everyone basically ends up around the main character's house for Christmas. Kevin, who's now a divorced dad, is cooking a Moroccan-style Christmas. The dad's too busy outside making a cryo pool, which is for everyone because it's going to make us all fit, healthier, but he's just not involved in any Christmas stuff. And then it gets proper Christmas bleak. Spoiler alert. the main character's mum dies.
Yeah.
She's got a VR headset and they realise she's died. So they're basically trying to still have such a great time for the kids while actually the mum's dead. But it's honestly, like, genuinely, it sounds really bleak, but it's so funny. I put it on the other day and my brother was watching it with me and he was in hysterics. He'd never watched a single episode. And like me, this was the first episode of the show that I'd ever watched.
Okay.
So even if you don't know too much about it, you can just jump in.
Yeah.
But then it made me go back and watch the whole series. It was a great introduction to actually being like, yeah, this seems like a great show. I'm going to watch the whole thing.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Oh, very good.
Really, really enjoyed it.
So that's your number
5.
So my number 4 is Only Fools and Horses. And I've gone with Time on Our Hands.
I'm going to come clean, Charlie. I don't know how many Only Fools episodes I've watched.
Really?
Yeah. I've never really properly watched... I've never watched it all the way through, like, front to back.
I don't think... to be honest, I don't think I have. I've watched the Christmas specials, because, the last episodes of Only Fools are just Christmas specials, like every year they did one kind of thing.
There's only 52 episodes overall, isn't there?
Yeah. I mean, I'd recommend watching... The series... It's one of them ones that you don't... There's a couple of episodes that do follow on from each other, but the majority of them don't.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But that's why I've only caught bits here and there. I've never really watched it religiously.
Oh, okay. I mean, if me and Lauren are struggling for something to watch, we put Only Fools on, and I can rewatch episodes of that.
So what happens in this
one? So this is the one where they become millionaires.
Oh, okay.
Have you seen
one of the last ones before?
Yeah, I think actually say one of the last ones. I think it's like the fourth last one. Fourth last one, you know what I mean? Fourth from last. But yeah, basically, obviously, I mean, you know the gist of Only Fools and Horses, they're all Del Boy, yeah. And obviously this time next year, millionaires, and they basically invite Del's partner's mum and dad round for dinner. She's not really had much to do with, so they come round and he's an antiques dealer. They put his car in the garage overnight, take it out, they're looking at some stuff in the garage and basically find this watch that's this old... It's a timekeeper... It's like a sailor's timekeeper watch. Okay. It's very rare. This guy only made 4 of them and they know where 3 are. But yeah, they end up basically getting about 6 million or 7 million from it. But yeah, it was...
They finally become millionaires.
Yeah. And it was just, it was quite nice because at the part of the beginning of the episode Rodney's obviously a bit down because his partner's had an abortion.
Oh, okay.
And he picks it, and they're in the garage, and Del picks this thing up. He's like, I'd love to just say that this bowl's life's lucky dick, and lucky dick, lucky dick.
Charlie,
that snowball's gone to my head. This is life's lucky dip, and I can just pull something out, and I'll say that'll change our lives forever. And he pulls out the timepiece.
Oh, okay. And
then just throws it on the side. But yeah, then the bit when they're in the auction and one of them passes out, where they think it's up to. What do they think? It's like one something. I think it's £1,000, and then it's like bids at 1.1 million, and then Rodney. But yeah, it's a good episode. But I mean, I'm sure a lot of people.
Isn't that the one that is one of the highest viewed TV shows of all time?
It might be
episodes of all time.
It might be. I think one of the most Only Fools ones is another one of my top picks, which I think potentially might beat that one.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll talk about that one later. So yeah, that's my number 4.
Well, my number 4 is a Family Guy episode called Road to the North Pole, in which Stewie and Brian go to the North Pole.
Yeah.
I can't massively remember much more than that, but I remember the opening song, which I found brilliant. It's just like a 3-minute long musical song, and it's just great about them singing all the things that they want and what they got, and featuring all the characters.
Yeah.
And I remember just watching it at the time. There was a stage... Shows how bad my memory's got. Well, I'd watched this one probably every year for about 5 years. And it was just a great Christmas episode. It was just really uplifting and sort of really made you believe in Christmas and like the magicalness of it.
Yeah.
That's what I remember from it, despite with all the Family Guy charm of like crudity and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, really enjoyed it.
If I remember rightly, is it a 2-parter?
It's a feature-length one, yeah.
Yeah, and like... It's Brian telling Stewie that Santa's not real, and Stewie's like adamant to prove it, and they do end up going to where Santa Claus is.
On the elves like really downtrodden and
Like
stuff
dead
as well.
skinny and like the reindeer and stuff. Yeah, and then there was something. I forgot what. Yeah, I forgot about that one. Actually, you know what? Family Guy did not even cross my mind when I thought about Christmas specials, and you've got stuff like The Simpsons and things as well.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
well,
there's so many.
The first ever Simpsons episodes, roasted on chestnut fire, which was when they get Santa's little helper.
Yeah, that is true.
So yeah, completely forgot about that one myself.
So that's your number 4. So we're going on my number 3. So I've gone for Royal Family, Queen of Sheba, which is actually my friend.
Number 2.
Oh, was it your number 2?
My number 2.
Someone at my friend Stu at work, he reminded me of the Royal Family, and I was like, that's such a good episode because it kind of can make you laugh and cry. And
it brings you back into it. Like it was a while since they did the last one.
Yeah.
I want to say almost 10 years, but it might have been less than that. And yeah, like you're right. It just brings you straight back in, and everything about a Christmas special is similar to Motherland. It makes you want to laugh your head off, but also cry and just remember about family and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's a great episode for it.
Yeah. And it is like, so obviously there's always, throughout Royal Family, there's always a thing between Jim and Nana, isn't there?
Yeah.
And then he's like genuinely like upset.
Yeah, genuinely does love her.
Yeah, and then that bit at the end, I mean, I've not cried watching it, but I've been close to it. But you know where they're all saying the goodbyes to her, and she's like, as if she's like...
Yeah, like leaning over her, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's that song where they start singing the King of the Jungle with Twiggy there.
Yeah, when they're
and she's
laying
like,
down the floor or something.
Yeah, but that opening scene where they're all talking around the thing, and then you just see her peer up out the back.
Yeah,
because she's in the dining room, isn't she? She's got a big magnifying glass.
I need to watch this year. They did a Caroline Aherne like tribute to her because she's the writer of it. And I really need to watch it because I think it's introduced by Ricky Tomlinson.
Tomlinson, yeah.
And it's just, she is a great writer. And when you go down deep into sort of like Royal Family, it should not be as good a show as it is.
Oh, no.
It's just a bunch of people talking normally.
Yeah.
Nothing like outlandish about anything that goes on. And it's just absolutely brilliant. It's so well written, so well done. Everyone has got parts of the Royal Family in their life.
Oh, yeah. 100%. Very 100%. And did you ever watch 2 Pints of Lager and a Packet of Crisps?
Yeah.
I found that to be like a follow-up. I mean, it obviously wasn't, but it had Anthony in, Ralph Little.
And Sheridan Smith.
Yeah, who also played his girlfriend in the Royal Family. Like, it was kind of like it was a kind of a spin-off kind of thing from it. I mean, I know that wasn't set in Manchester, it was set somewhere else. Wanted like Macclesfield or I don't know.
No, I went to go see it live.
But yeah. Oh, did you? Was it good?
No, it was the episode in which, so the live episode is the one I saw, not a recording of it. I saw the live episode.
Yeah.
In which they made a joke. And have you heard of the phrase jumping the shark?
No.
It stems from Happy Days.
Oh,
in Happy Days, the Fonz in like Series 8 jumped over a shark.
Oh, okay.
And that episode is when critics pinpoint Happy Days going downhill. So the show jumped the shark.
Yeah.
Literally jumped the shark and went downhill.
Yeah.
So a lot of shows now, like when they start going downhill, it's like, well, it jumped the shark. Like that's it's had its big moment and everything's going downhill now.
Okay.
In the live episode, Johnny jumped over a shark and died.
Okay.
He wasn't ever seen in the episode. Everyone who was there live didn't know he wasn't returning.
Yeah.
And then, it turned out he died. But it was literally the moment the show jumped the shark.
Okay.
But they did it literally as well.
So
yeah, it wasn't great. But yeah. I going back to Royal Family, I just love it. It's a great show.
Good series. I might start rewatching it. I think it's all on the BBC iPlayer.
Yeah.
But have you... So you're number 3 now?
Yes. Knowing Me, Knowing You with Alan Partridge.
Oh, okay. I've never watched much of Alan Partridge. Well, I say that I've never watched any.
Called Knowing Me, Knowing You.
Okay.
And he invites on, I believe his name's Tony something, I can't remember his surname, who's the sort of like head of the BBC to be on the show. Do you know the premise of Knowing Me, Knowing You?
No.
It's a fictional chat show hosted by Alan Partridge.
Yeah.
So in this one, he gets the head of the BBC to come on as one of his guests in the show.
Yeah.
But basically, throughout the show, he's trying to get the BBC to commission a second series, so that's what he's trying to do.
Oh, okay.
But everything obviously falls apart in true Alan Partridge style. Like there's a big cracker that they're trying to break the world's biggest cracker record.
Yeah.
That ends up catching fire, to which they don't break the record. So Alan Partridge starts panicking and singing 12 Days of Christmas. Meanwhile, another guy's laughing at him, so he just punches him in the face with a turkey stuck in his hand. Like, just classic, like, everything just goes wrong, and it's just Alan Partridge style.
Okay.
But yeah, just, again, fun Christmas. It's not like the others in terms of pulling at your heartstrings or anything.
No.
But there's a bit emotional. Alan really is defeated at the end. But you're never like, he's a bit of an arse anyway, isn't he, Alan? That's his whole character. You're not meant to, like, fully love him because he's very flawed in his characteristics. But yeah, I really enjoy it. It's a great one.
Oh, very good. So, shall we leave it there? And then that'll give us our first and second choice TV specials, and then our top 5 Christmas movies on the next episode.
Right, we'll see you next week.
Yes.
Ho, ho, ho. I had nothing.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.